Hello there, Will. How are you?
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Suriname.
Thank you. How are you?
I am doing fabulous. Thank you guys so much for coming here.
Now, guys, this is Will Baker, who is also the host and event manager here at the Suriname Pavilion. So he's going to be the man taking us around and showing us and welcoming us into his kitchen.
Well, that's great. Yeah, the kitchen is the first thing you see when you enter our pavilion, and that is to give you that homey feeling, the welcoming feeling, because Surinamese people are very welcoming. And we put this kitchen here because we can showcase some of the spices that we have. Now, Suriname is made up of so many different ethnicities, but the only real people of Suriname, the original people of Suriname, are the natives. The rest of us were brought to Suriname at various stages in time. And everyone who was brought to Suriname brought their spices, their religion, their dress code. As you can see, me wearing something from what is not my ethnicities. But we take from each other, we learn from each other, and we
Let's show
accept everything.
everyone at home how, but you have to give us a little spin around. Listen, this coat is fantastic. I mean, I am obsessed with the buttons on this.
Oh,
the
thank
detailing.
you.
I mean, you look fantastic.
Now, if you would go to a very fancy Indian party in Suriname, you would wear this. Like if you would go to a nauta. A nauta is an Indian wedding. Those last for like 3 days sometimes, and then this is one of the outfits you would wear. So this is especially for you guys, because normally I don't wear such an elaborate outfit.
Now here we have people watching from all over the globe, so I figure let's read some of the comments before we visit the...
So I just said that a nauta is what we call a wedding in Suriname. Now the Indian people in Suriname, they don't speak Hindi, they speak Suriname, which is the Surinamese version of Hindi. Now they can understand Hindi. The Hindi language is pretty well, especially now with the Bollywood movies. But their language has a lot of Surinamese words, and they changed a couple of Hindi words. So I'm not sure if you would know nauta in India, but in Suriname, nauta is what we call a Surinamese wedding.
All right, now to all of our viewers.
Let's go, but we also brought the religion. Here you can see the wall of the various religious houses. We have the Hindus, Christian, religion as well, and we celebrate in each other's religious festivities. Now in the back of you can see the flag of Suriname. This bright yellow star has 5 points. At the time they made this flag, there were 5 major ethnic groups in Suriname. The natives, the original people, the black people of African descent, the Indians, the Chinese, and the Indonesians.
Wow,
those are
amazing.
Represented. Oh, here.
Talking about all the different ethnicities. Oh my goodness, I'm losing my words today. We have people watching from all over the world. So actually,
it's amazing.
It's amazing, right?
We went all.
We're all over the world. We are global.
Now I'm a little bit scared. Okay, I cannot make any mistakes. Okay, so. All you guys watching, this is the capital, a little bit of the capital city of Suriname. This is Paramaribo. This is the old part of the capital city. Now, this old part is on the UNESCO World Heritage List because we are the oldest, largest wooden capital city in the world. These houses are all from the early 17th century. And you can see from the French colonial architecture that once we were French as well. So we were once British, French,
Dutch.
And Dutch. The Dutch text stuck along the longest. So we speak Dutch. Goedemiddag iedereen.
Goedemiddag,
Oh my God, you speak a little. Okay, now I was speaking about the mixture of all the people in Suriname. Here on the wall of faces is where you can see that mixture that we have here. We start with the original people of Suriname, the natives, and then followed by the African descendants, then the Indian, the Indonesian, and the Chinese. Now the reason why we have Indonesians as well in Suriname is Indonesia was also a colony of Holland at the time that we were a colony of Holland. And we have the largest population of Indonesian people in South America and in the Caribbean. Now here, you can see a group of friends. This is my favorite picture on the wall.
Oh, I
because
do love that.
This tells you about what we are in Suriname and how we are in Suriname. Very all-inclusive. Like if you see a couple of friends in Suriname, you will not see just one type of people. It's always mixed. Hi, welcome. You get into our jungle. Now here, because I'm wearing Indian outfit, but this is from the Creole side. This is a koto misi.
Koto misi.
Yes, koto means dress in Surinamese, and misi is miss. So she's a miss in a dress. Now, this has two stories of how this dress came about, and we don't know which one is the correct, but I'll give you both. Now, the first one is that the ladies, the slave women, wanted to protect themselves from the slave master, and then they would wear cushions and big poofy dresses to hide the figure. And then the other story is that the slave master's wives would be dressing the women in the big poofy clothes so that they should hide their figure.
Ah, so I wonder which one is true.
Now, another interesting fact of Suriname is we only have about 625,000 people. So you can imagine the country is a little bit empty, it's sparse, but it's covered in jungle.
Wow.
You can follow us into the jungle.
Now we walk into the jungle.
Yes. So 93% of the country is covered in forest. And in our forest, or jungle, we have both the native people living and descendants from runaway slaves, the runaway African slaves. So you would come to South America and you would see African people living the same way they used to live in Africa hundreds of years ago.
Amazing.
In huts, wooden huts, and the roof would be made of leaves, and they would go around with these types of boats, which is a hollowed out tree. Now, these boats and these rapids were very, very important for the African descendants, or the slaves, to escape the slavery. Now, once they passed the rapids, they were free. Here you can see how tremendous the rapids are. Look at that. Now,
Wow.
and that is one of the descendants of the slaves. Now you can see how the water is and the rocks are.
Yeah.
So you would need skills to maneuver past that, and they had those skills. But the slave masters did not. So as soon as the slaves passed that point, they were free. What happened then is they built their villages right behind those rapids. And in all these villages, which exist still today, their descendants have now built tourist camps. So they are very welcoming and inviting, like the rest of Surinamese people.
Amazing. So we also have lots more comments coming through. We have a comment from AJ who says, beautiful. By the way, AJ, fun. Amazing. So we also have lots more comments coming through. We have a comment from AJ who says, beautiful. By the way, AJ, fun.
So it is a proud piece as well for us that they did it, and they made the whole walkthrough, and then they sat with designers to complete the look, and then the designers came over and they completed the look, and which is tremendous. My favorite part is what we're going to look at now, which is the jungle walk. It to give you a little bit of a feel, and I don't know if you guys can hear it, but you can hear certain animal sounds from our jungle.
So I can hear some crickets.
Yes.
And also I just in the jungle.
Okay, so I used to be a cook and a tour guide in the jungle for about 20 years. So I used to go a lot of places, but like Raleigh Falls was basically my second home, which is smack in the middle of the nature preserve of Suriname, and it's like stepping back into 1,000 years ago. Like I had to wash my meat in the river.
Oh, wow.
And wash the dishes in the river, and sometimes you make a campfire, and so it was.
And people, when they visit Suriname, they'd be able to take these tours.
Oh yes, they love it. That's what people come to Suriname for. And for the animals, like for instance, my favorite animal, once we're talking about favorite things, the harpy eagle.
The harpy. Oh, she's fabulous.
Yes.
Look at this eagle. Giving us attitude for days.
That's the biggest hunting bird in the Americas, and the claws of the harpy eagle are bigger than that of a grizzly bear.
No way, I did not know that.
Yes, way. Now, here is the okopipi, the blue frog. He is very poisonous, and the native.
Pretty but poisonous.
But that's the thing about things in the jungle. Anything with bright colors and very pretty, don't touch it. It's poisonous. Now here we are in the savannah. Now the jungle of Suriname is something Surinamese people do not know, because it has snakes, it has spiders, it has tigers and everything, and they're afraid of that. But the savannah area is wide open spaces, and the trees are very far apart in some areas, and there is natural springs.
We have a question from you from
Yes.
It's Cherry Blossom. What is the best month to visit?
Now, I always tell people that we have like one season in Suriname. It's always summer in Suriname, but December is the best time to visit if you like parties.
Oh.
Yes, because the biggest party of the year is the New Year's Eve celebration, and then the entire city is covered in people and bands and everything.
Oh,
and
I love that.
Yes.
So
And
lots of
you do that.
festivities going
Oh,
around,
definitely.
excitement for the new year.
Now, I already told you that there's like 625,000 people in Suriname. Now, we used to be a colony of Holland, and there's about 600,000 of us as well in Holland. Almost all those 600,000 come to Suriname on December. So this Suriname is packed, and it's fun. Everyone is vibrant and loving life. And
How's the weather like during that time of year?
same, a little bit more rain, so it's not as hot as other times of the year, but it's also just summer
Just
weather.
as
It's flip-flop weather all year long.
I love that. Sounds like my kind of weather, you know?
Definitely, and I hope you come to Suriname now for December, since you asked. Now, we are now in the business section here, which has the economic opportunity wall. This is what gives the Surinamese people a little bit more hope in the future. We recently discovered oil on our coastline, and there's been a lot of investments now in Suriname, and a lot of working together with Dubai as well. So they've already invested about 150 million US dollars,
I love that.
and they are building a port as we speak. And it's going to be one of the biggest ports in
Suriname
our
is about
area.
to take over the world.
About to, definitely. But there's also a lot of organizations watching them closely, so that to make sure that that whole oil industry is working
And
sustainable.
this is actually a very important thing to note. The reason you guys are also in the sustainability district is because you guys are all about protecting your rainforest and sustainably
Definitely.
Becoming a more competitive country in the world market.
Yes, because you have to. You have to if you want to be competing. But since we have both the tribal people and the native people living in our forest in Suriname, that is their area, and you cannot do anything there. So we gave a large part of that as well to the world for eternity. No trees and no animals.
You
nothing
cannot
can be done.
touch anything
Yes.
there. I love that so much. All about
Nothing.
sustainable and responsible.
We are trying our
economics and
best to.
farming.
We
Yeah.
are very much trying our best to. As well on the coast, as we were thinking about oil, our coastline has some of the most magnificent mangrove forests in the world, with a lot of birds and other species living there, the whole tight-knit ecosystem. And the giant sea turtles come and lay their eggs on our beaches as well. So.
Oh, I love that.
Oh yeah. Suriname is like a fun place with lots of
I
stuff.
mean, if it's anything to go by this experience, I want to come now. I mean, if I'm going to meet more people who are just like you, I cannot wait.
Oh, Suriname is filled with me.
So we have a comment just for you, Huel.
Okay.
It's from Nabil, who says, Huel, you explain everything so nicely. I completely agree. You are fantastic at this. I mean, I want to come to Suriname.
No, most of the Surinamese people are very welcoming people. And that's why I said December is like the place to come to Suriname, because that's when I have a hunch that these Surinamese people. Hi, welcome. Where are you guys from? French Guiana. Hi, we're live here.
We are here.
Yeah, because the Suriname used to be called Dutch Guyana. And Guyana means land of many waters. Did you know that? See, now there is French Guyana, Dutch Guyana, and British Guyana. There's the three Guyanas. And Venezuela, or a part of Venezuela, is also part of the Guyanas. If we speak about like plant life and animal life, and people still refer to that whole region as the Guyanas. Yes.
Oh, I love
Well,
that.
here. Now here you can see some of the artifacts. Oh, one of my artifacts fell.
Oh,
you know, oh, this,
there he is.
okay. Stay put. Okay, yeah. Here is some of the artifacts. They are made both by hand and some are made in factories by the tribal people and the indigenous people of Suriname.
I actually want to get closer to these. These are so beautiful.
Yes.
And show everybody back at home. While we have a look at these, we have a comment from Rima specifically about it. He says, everyone is so cool. If everyone is as cool as you are, the carnival must be fantastic.
Ooh, when you want to look at that, I have a better one to show you guys. This one here. This one here.
Oh, wow.
Now, this is representation of the native man of Suriname, and he's also half of the Surinamese weapon, like the, I don't know what you call it. It's a weapon, right? The emblem. Like there's two native guys standing, and he is like half of the one.
Oh,
and
I can see that actually.
His feathers,
yeah.
his bows and his arrows. Now, the fun thing about this, because you can see the many different colors that he has, this is not painted.
No way.
No, this is like the exact color that the wig is. Yes.
I mean, even this perfect
yes.
pinky multi-color.
Let's see, this is also part
I
of
want to see a multi-tree.
You should come to Suriname.
I'm coming to Suriname. Listen.
All of you guys should come to Suriname.
We're coming. We are coming. So, because you